So we're at today we're at Oroth Tatana, Finca-Lestal. This is the farm where we get our rice from, and the rice that we're using in all our paellas in New Zealand and Tasmania. And this is the rice that we've been using for the concurso semi-finals in Tasmania and Australia as well. But I've got Juan Valero, who's the managing director, but also one of the growers in the finca. And Juan, can you tell me about the background of your family and how you came to be part of this?
My family grows rice here since the end of the 19th century. Now it's about 125 more or less years ago. Now we are the fifth generation, and we are five cousins. And each one is in charge of an area of the company. I'm the managing director, and all of us are rice growers. We do not buy the rice with husk, transport and sell it.
This is why the rice is much more pure in the quality of what comes out of it, and it's one rice. So I think you told me that a lot of the other cooperativas or the companies will buy a lot of rice and mix different grades of rice.
That's the main difference. We sell rice from the farm to table.
Exactly.
You know, in general, the companies, cooperatives or private companies bought the rice with husk, they just peel it and they sell it. You know, we control the rice from the field to the cooking and to the taste. So for us, the most important is the quality. P, protected denomination of origin, rice from Valencia, which are the best rice for paellas in the world. The best varieties are born in the Albufera.
And the varieties that you have here, you can tell me about the varieties. You have Bomba, Albufera, Jota
And Marisma.
And Marisma. Yeah, so the varieties different.
The three first, Bomba, Albufera and Jota are denomination of origin. Marisma is not denomination of origin, and each one has his particular gastronomic features. The response of the grain in each recipe. In this way, the grain has more starch. As much starch has the grain, the flavor is better and it's creamier, but it becomes stickier earlier. The best for paellas. Albufera gets the flavors even better than Bomba, and Jota and Marisma are creamier and gets the flavors better, but becomes sticky first. You can use it more for recipes with broth. But for paellas and for Mediterranean dishes in general, dry ones, the best varieties are Bomba and Albufera.
So I'm trying to think, the best use for Bomba would be not so much in a seafood paella, or if you're releasing more liquid from that.
More liquid, then the grain is drier, then the grain is very consistent. But you can use as well Albufera.
Of course.
Because Albufera is as much consistent as Bomba, and even gets the flavors better, and it's creamier.
Why do you grow Bomba and just not grow Albufera completely?
We grow both because Bomba is the most traditional variety in the world. The Bomba has about 200 or 300. Bomba is 200 years old, so it's very famous for the Mediterranean dishes.
Right.
The Bomba is known all over the world, not as much as Albufera, which is known more in Spain because it's a new variety. So it's an old variety with a new variety, Bomba and Albufera. We grow both a lot, and we grow less Jota and Marisma.
Is there a problem with them cross-germinating?
No, not really, because we separate the farms, and we have a different variety in a different farm, in order to avoid the contamination, the cross-contamination. Yeah. So we sell 100% Bomba in one package, 100% Albufera in one package, 100% of Sendra, 100% of Marisma. We do not mix at all the varieties. because each variety has a good feature,
Because
and
that's-
in that way you can control better the cooking time and the proportion of the broth.
Good discussion. The cooking time for bomba and
It's about
albufera,
20 minutes. Albufera it's about 18 minutes more or less. J. Sendra 16, 17, and Marisma 15, 16.
Right.
As much soft is the grain,
What about the difference in water type? So if we've got the water here is hard, but if we have a softer water, does that make a difference?
it's more important to analyze, not the heart of the water. Okay, 99% of degrees. If you go 600 or 900 meters, it boils about 96, 90, 17. That's the main difference. It's not so important the heart of the water. More important the altitude where you cook the paella.
But the,
Because the water boils with different degrees.
yeah, of course. So that, of course, that changes the cooking time for the rice. That that only the water from Valencia can only make the very best paella.
I don't really believe that, because you cannot cook paella in New Zealand or in Tasmania, no.
So we're right in the middle of the harvest one. So out here is this has been harvested out here. So this is the first harvest, and the harvest will carry on now for maybe another month.
This was harvested 2 weeks ago, albufera, because the cultivation cycle life is longer for albufera and even longer for J. Sendra, which is in reality the most famous variety for paella.
Of course.
Because it's the oldest variety.
The excess of heat, you've lost a lot of the crop as well
In Bomba 1.
in bomba. Yeah.
Probably that's not happening in the rest of the varieties. Just Bomba, because Bomba is very high.
Like grapes.
It's a general problem for agriculture here in the Albufera and other rice areas in Spain. No,
So 5 cousins, and everyone has a separate job. One is also an architect as well. He spends 50% of the time looking after his architect business and 50% looking after the rice and growing rice in the albufera. Thank you, Juan, for having us back here again. That we are bringing Juan's rice and finally into New Zealand on a fairly substantial basis for use in paella because of the quality of the rice, because there's a story, because there's an integrity behind the rice, and the family history is so important. There's a dedication that goes through with the way the families just keep working the land, and a knowledge that surpasses just somebody who is buying a whole pile of rice, putting it together, and then selling it. So this is why it's wonderful.